Hi, everybody. It's Miss Shea and Miss Ringer.
Hi.
We're really excited to get started with distance learning with you all tomorrow because we miss you guys so much. We can't wait to get back to work with you. So we just wanted to give you some extra information before we get started tomorrow to make sure that we're all ready to go and get learning when we wake up tomorrow morning. So let's get started. We have three things we're going to talk about today. First one is going to be how we're going to access lessons and the schedule we're going to use. The second thing is going to be Zoom sessions and how all of that's going to work. And the third is going to be about technology.
So the first thing we're going to take a look at is our lesson schedule. This week, it looks a little bit different because we had spring break on Monday, but tomorrow we are going to start with our reading lessons. You will see that at 9 a.m., all reading lessons will be posted to Ms. Ringer's Google Classroom. And then after 9 a.m., you are willing and able to start your lessons at whatever time is best for you. It does not have to be done at a certain time. Our class is not all meeting together at a certain time. That is the time that the lessons will be available to you. Now at 10 a.m., both Ms. Shea and myself will be available on Zoom to answer any of your questions. We'll go into that in a little bit, but on Wednesday, you will see that the math and science lessons will be posted to Classroom at 9 a.m. And on Thursday, the social studies lesson will be available on Ms. Ringer's Google Classroom.
Okay. So when you guys are in the Zoom sessions, these are more like office hours. So they are not required for you to attend. So from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., Ms. Ringer will be doing a reading office hour and I'll be doing a math office hour. Now, if you can't make it between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m., or you realize when you're working you have a question, but our office hour is over, you are welcome to join in Ms. Anderson and Mr. Selman's office hours from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Now, we're going to send you the links to those Zoom sessions in Google Classroom. So make sure you're logged in so you can see those. Okay? Now, one other thing about the Zoom sessions, like Ms. Ringer just mentioned, it's not the whole class meeting together at once. It's more of a drop-in if you have questions. So think that maybe you're sitting there, you're working on your work, and at about 10:20, you realize you really need help on something. You can drop into Ms. Ringer's reading office hour tomorrow, ask her that question, get your question answered, and then get back to work, okay? Now, there's one other thing that's really important about these Zoom sessions and our office hours. It's making sure that you're using proper online etiquette. So etiquette means like manners. So making sure that you are acting responsibly and appropriately at all times when you're in the Zoom session. So I'm going to show you guys a quick little reminder. So our online Zoom session goals. Our first one, you want to make sure you're on time. And by that, again, you don't have to be there right at 10 o'clock, but make sure you're there before we're done. And make sure that you're prepared. Please don't come into an office hour and just say, I don't get it or I need help without having tried the lesson or watching the lesson or without even looking at the work, okay? Make sure you come in with questions ready to ask so that we can make it as helpful and supportive as possible. Also, make sure that you've checked your computer and that you know that you have internet and everything ready to go. When you join the Zoom session, make sure your microphone is muted so that, especially since it's a drop-in, people might already be in there and talking with the teacher or with one another. So make sure that your microphone is muted so that when you get in, you're not disrupting any other conversations that are already happening. Make sure when you're there, you are participating, focused, and paying attention. If you came in because you have a question, be ready to ask it and be ready to listen for the answer. When it comes to your presentation, make sure you check your surroundings, okay? We want to make sure we can see you. You're not walking around your house or your apartment and making us dizzy while we're trying to look at you, and that there's not a ton of noise and stuff in the background that's going to make it hard to pay attention. So if you notice, but behind me, I just have some plain walls. Ms. Ringer just has a plain wall behind her so that we're making sure that you're focused on the person talking and not whatever is going on in the background. If you have headphones, you probably want to use them because sometimes things might start to echo and that makes things get hard to listen to, okay? And then also make sure you're chatting responsibly. If you have a question, you can type a question mark or raise your hand. And if you have a comment or an idea, you can, again, type an exclamation point or raise your hand so we can see that you have something that you want to say. All right, and we'll go back to this.
Now, I know some of you might be thinking, oh, I'm going to go in every day at 10 a.m. to see Miss Ringer and see Miss Shea or see my classmates and talk. And we're so excited to see you and talk with you, and we miss you guys a lot. But please know that this is still a time for learning. So if you have any questions and you want to come on, this is your time to do so. We will be having times where we're going to all get onto Zoom together and have fun and talk. But during that hour, that's an hour for learning. We will schedule those times and send you the link for that at another time.
Okay.
So for the technology, I know both Miss Shea and I have gotten a lot of questions saying, I can't get on to Google Classroom, or I need the passcode, or I don't know, I can't see anything. So you must be signed into your email, your PGCPS email that we would use in class, the one that has the dash in between your first and your last name, and where you put in your password that might have Ringer or Shea or Jaguars. You must be signed in order to get the assignments and to get onto Google Classroom. If you are not signed in, then you will not be able to access all of our classroom materials and your work. It's very, very important. If you do not have access and you don't know your password or you cannot get on, we will link another video in the description below that you can go to, where you will be able to learn how to get on to Google Classroom and your email. If you're having technology issues and don't remember your password, we will also be sending you a link to do so. Make sure that your family or your parents give us a call or a text, and we will make sure to get back to you.
Okay. Now that's it for our quick presentation today. We just wanted to make sure you had some information that you needed in order to be ready and to get learning starting tomorrow morning. Remember, like Ms. Ringer just said, if you have any questions, feel free to email or to send us a text message, and we will get back to you as soon as we can and help as best as we can. Ms. Ringer, do you have anything else?
Nope, we are excited, and I want you to know that this is a learning experience for everyone. So Miss Shea and I are both learning with you how to make this the best Zoom session and online learning possible. So we'll get through this together. It'll be okay, and we look forward to seeing you and your hard work.
Okay. Can't wait to see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.